and welcome. Do you like that intro? My good friend, he likes it as well. He likes taking the mickey out of me. So hello and welcome to another video from me. We're at Formby. Showed up for sunrise. I'm 2 hours early off high tide. And yep, you guessed it, folks. No sunrise. So, it's not a bad thing. There's no colour, it's grey. Can hear people whistling, or dog walkers. There's a few dog walkers. So I've had an hour. Got here really early. Had an hour, just on my second brew before we head off down, because we'll catch the tide coming in. And it's going to be, and funnily enough, the last time I was here and had a successful minimalist shoot, I had man flu. History repeating itself, one might say. I'm here today with man flu. See her, get it in there and blow the cobwebs off. Make myself feel better, I hope. I'm going to cut it there and continue talking to you as we walk down to the coast and explain a little bit what I'm hoping or what you're going to see today. So come on, come and join me. I'm excited. I love it here. I love it. Come on. No fog round these parts. You wonder why I say that? It was forecast. A certain person on Twitter, should I say his name? Big Nige. You know Big Nige? He put a prediction out late last night on Twitter saying, fog everywhere. There's a bit of sea thrift in the distance. Can't see Anglesey. Possibly is fog in the Lake District, where I'm not going today. So thanks, Nigel. Oh well, what can I say? I'm on top of a sand dune, as I said, Formby. You'll see from what you've just seen, there's not much happening. I think this little scene now that I've positioned myself in explains pretty much a minimalist day. But we're meeting with Mr. James Bell. We've kind of connected lately and I've been having a right good chat, and I love his photography and the considered nature of his photography, and it's something that I've been thinking about a lot. He asked me the question is, why do you do it, or the why? Well, I'm terrified of the why, so I'm not really going to delve that deep on why I go out and do it. I love photography. Like, I just can't tell you, you know, not as much as my wife though, or my family. But it's close. So, sorry wife, I'm joking. But it is an obsession of mine, and I don't want to question why it's an obsession. Just keep going. And what isn't there to like? Even now we've got flat light. There's a calm. I'm seeing, what can this lend itself to? Well, pretty much a meditational style of photography.
If you're a content creator, video producer, or you're just looking for music and SFX for your next project, use the link in the description and my offer code MALI10 to get yourself a 10% discount. Thank you to Audio for supporting my channel.
So I'm gonna have a little think here, because I think I can push out a bit into the water. But I like the leading line coming in from where the tide is on the edge of the frame. We're at F13. Let's apply the stop. We're only using a 2 to 5 stop for the moment. It's giving us around 2 seconds. And taking your time, waiting for the right time for the waves to just lap in, gentle. Maybe get them on the way out, on the way in. Just experimenting. I absolutely love this style of photography. You do go home with a lot of shots, but it's great fun. Right, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to walk down a bit further and just see what interesting patterns and lines we get with these dry shapes of sand, and if there's anything I can gain from looking at them a bit more in detail, and of course slowing right down. So I'm back after quite a while actually. I've had about 3 cups of tea and we've been walking and walking and walking after, like I said, my cups of tea, and I met James, finally arrived. You know, he doesn't do a sunrise, but I'm glad, because what we've ended up with is a recce. This was supposed to be a minimalist photography day, but you know me, I can't resist myself, so we're waxing lyrical, we're heading out. What do you think, James? What's happening for you in your mind? Because we've really collaborated today talking.
Yeah, I think the conversation and the thoughts and the feelings are really powerful. You know, I was just saying there, the best part of the vlog is not being recorded, you know, just our visual thoughts on what we're seeing and what we're feeling and witnessing. I want to pick you up on something you've just said, and you know, when you've said it's flat, so let's make it a recce mission. And I'm wondering if we could set ourselves a challenge of saying, yeah, all right, it is flat, but let's just see what we can do.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if we suddenly got amazing light, everything becomes dead easy, doesn't it? And I think you can measure the success or the calibre of a photographer on what they can create when maybe conditions aren't as good, you know. And let's see what we can do. I mean, you know, we're gifted the day, aren't we? So
yeah,
let's see what we can do. I mean, we've never been here before, either of us, in this part, so it's all brand new. But there's got to be something, hasn't there?
Yeah, and I agree with what you're saying, because that's normally how I am. It doesn't matter about the light. I've just turned it into a recce because I think initially I wanted it to be a minimalist day. But
well, it is minimal for me because I've not taken a picture yet.
It's not.
It's I think when you kind of, because it was meant to be misty this morning, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it obviously hasn't been. And I think when you know about weather, you can kind of like say, all right, well, this is what I'm expecting to see. And then when that doesn't happen, you can often become disappointed. And I'm almost thinking, right, just wipe the slate clean. You know, that's not happened. Let's just see what we can see. And I'm confident. You know, there is. Let's just look at composition. Let's forget weather and light and everything else, and let's just see what's the strongest composition either of us can see.
Okay.
You know, I think that's I think, you know, we're banking in a lot of locations for the future, but I mean that lone tree just behind us, I mean there's something there definitely. You know, we could walk around that 360 degrees and try and find something, but
yeah, looking at it now, like James he said, I've took a shot further down.
Yeah.
That's James has just recorded that on his piece to camera. But now we've come round this side, it's a much more aesthetically pleasing shape.
Yeah.
And that's something you should be considering all the time, I reckon. That's what I do anyway. Is it pleasing to the eye? Does it excite me?
Does it stop you in your tracks?
Yes.
You know, we've been walking along here talking, and then all of a sudden it's like, right, stop. You know, there's something. And it's interesting when you ask yourself, why have I stopped?
Yeah.
What was it about that?
Yeah,
what
yeah.
stopped the conversation and made me want to get my camera out? And that's quite powerful, I think, is understanding what it is, what draws you towards things.
Thought I could talk.
Yeah. This will be a
Great.
2-hour vlog.
Great day. Big vlog this. So I hope you're enjoying it so far. And let's head on. Let's keep going.
Yep.
Sithee. Well, I've just gone down like I don't know what, take your eye, got excited, took my eye off looking at a scene, not watching where I was walking, bang, straight down. And the reason why, and it's a good reason, is we're by the seaside, by the sea. And it's not very often, I think, you come across a scene that looks like this. Look at those birch. James there just walking, he's took his shot, he's took a pano, which we've both been talking about. Minimalism has definitely left the room, has left the building, because this is so chaotic. But to see birch like this stripped amongst the pines, unique. I think that's what caught my eye, and the dappling, fiery leaves that are left over from, you know, the autumn hasn't claimed. A preconceived idea gone west. There is Mr. James Bell, and what a pleasure, what a privilege to be out with him. Wonderful day. Flat light, nothing in terms of what most photographers look for, and we've both been so excited about what we've seen. I'm looking out at these trees at the moment here. I'm just getting a vignette, if you like, a little crop of it. But some of the scenes back there, a good tip for you, you probably already know it, is get your mobile phone out and take a shot, because you get the GPS, you get the placement of where you are, and you can come back when the conditions are more conclusive. Or let's have a look. Yeah, I've took 6 shots, so there's 6 places I'll be coming back to. And we got some sea thrift rolling in, or mist, which there's a big possibility here being in Formby and next to the coast. Some of these trees, there was a patch we found of really twisted and bent over from the wind oak trees that were fabulous. I must come back to. So we've found somewhere. The only way I can describe this place is just unique, dense, and untouched by photographers. I'm very excited about the potential, but not just that. I'm very excited about what I've just taken. As you can see in the B-roll, there's a pan. These pines, these Scots pines in the foreground, almost like pencil drawings, like a pencil drawing, like a sketch. And now I'm looking on this camera, I'm seeing a different scene and a different composition. So it's interesting to look through this and see how the wider view with these trees are glorious. I'm getting a shot of this, including the 3. There is one behind, but it's being hidden by the trunk of the bigger tree, the last tree at the back. And then I'm going to try a quick pano, a letterbox style, or 16 by 9. It's enough. We don't want too much in. The 16 by 9 should give us the division between each tree, and they look like pencil drawings. It's the only way I can describe this. The smell, if you was here, the pine smell is beautiful. There's something magical about this place. So as I was saying earlier, get your mobile out, take a shot, and that'll give you a reference, a GPS setting for where you are, so you don't forget like me, and you can come back and in various fill your boots conditions for as long as you want, because this place is probably a lifetime of exploration. Right, so we're going to head down to the beach and head back, because I think we're about 3 miles away from where we started, about that, and this goes on for about half a mile, so we're coming back, that's for sure. Right, so the buzzing. So what a day, eh?
It's been fantastic, hasn't it?
Really enjoyed it, and it's just been unique. It's been a day of 12 halves.
12 halves, yeah. It has. It's had a lot of variety, hasn't it? A lot of different things to...
It's been more about composition, more about talking, more about enjoying a vision together,
yeah,
and sharing composition and ideas, until eventually we've ended up here. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the end. So how do you feel, James? How's it been for you?
Yeah, good. It's interesting, like we've always said, about going out with other people and observing how they do it. I keep coming back to the fact that, you know, when we first met, you were talking about doing a minimalist shoot down on the beach and one thing and another, and it's turned out to be the complete opposite with the complexities within the woodland and the dune system. But I'm also conscious of what you said earlier about the weather's not great, so this is a recce thing, but then observing how you've gone from being in that kind of mindset to being very excited about certain compositions, what we found through the discussion point of it. You know, we've walked around a corner and it's like, wow, look at this. And like I said earlier on about, you know, put the weather to one side and just purely focus on composition. And I hope you feel like I do. It's been very enjoyable, like that 3D puzzle of, you know, when we've been stood by the dunes and looking at the trees and the paths and things, and it's been very creatively fulfilling for me this afternoon.
It has for me as well.
I feel, I mean, we've just been talking, haven't we, about a bit of apprehension about the images, and I'm almost saying, well, it's secondary, because we've actually had I think you've had a really productive, enjoyable afternoon, and that's enough.
Yes.
And the image will be a bonus, you know. And like just the process of being visually aware and being focused that's really the enjoyable part for me. I really enjoy that. Yeah.
Essential. I've not got much more to say. If you come out and you're in the landscape and you're not getting excited, you're not a landscape photographer. It's as simple as that for me. You can't come out and be out in nature and not get carried away. I think we can both agree on that.
Absolutely, yeah.
But keep going. If you feel as if you're in the doldrums, your mojo's waning or anything like that, because we're in tough times mentally, don't stop. Even if it's a walk with your phone or small camera or anything, keep getting out, folks. Keep shooting. And well, I'm not going to say that bit because I haven't said. If you've enjoyed this, you know what to do. Hit like, hit subscribe, and have a look at my website. Most of all, have a look at James's website. He's got 2 fantastic books. I've still only got 1. Don't tell him. Shh. I will get one. I will get the second. But go and have a look at his website because they're just class. There's only one thing left to say, and that's from Formby, Sithee.
See ya.
Belting.